Okay, so today we're gonna be doing some breakfast. I want it to be the first meal that I do is eggs for several reasons. Because let's start with the simplest things, and let's take it from there. I don't want my first video to be anything too crazy or too complicated. So what you're gonna see before me is just typical breakfast that I like to do. I have some breakfast sausage today. I have some leftover spiral ham. This is like a honey maple ham, and some nice omega-3 eggs. I'm gonna cook about three eggs over easy style. I wanted to quickly talk about this cast iron equipment shortly, and then lastly, I like to eat everything with brown rice. It's a good carb, it's a complex carb, and it's a great source of energy. So before we started, if you're ever gonna make anything for breakfast, especially eggs, the cast iron equipment, this one right here, this is number one in my books. You have to cook with cast iron if you're cooking eggs. We're gonna start right now. All I'm gonna do is just quickly turn on the element here. The cast iron, it retains heat so well. As you cook over time, it creates a patina on the skillet from all the oil that you use. That oil eventually polymerizes, and it creates a very fine, almost like a plasticky kind of film on the pan. So you're not actually cooking with old oil, you're cooking with now polymerized oil, which is no longer oil really. It's more like a I don't know how else to describe it, but like a very thin food-like film, or food-safe film. So I'm gonna let this pan heat up. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is just heat up these sausages right here. I'm gonna take out little knife. The way I like to do the breakfast sausages is a little trick we do in the restaurant to make sure that they're fully cooked so that no one gets sick. So what I'm going to do is take these sausages, put them in some water, and then pop them right into the microwave and cook them for about 3.5 minutes. This way I know that the sausages are fully cooked on the inside, and there's not going to be any worry that I'm serving raw sausages. So I have a oven safe container here. I'm going to take the sausages, just throw them right in. Just going to add some water. I don't need the water to completely cover them, but I think that will happen anyways. There we go. We're just going to cover it up and then pop it right into the microwave. And we're just going to cook that for 3.5 minutes. So I don't know if you can see it in the video, but my pan is actually smoking a little bit right now. So now that the pan is smoking, I can start working on the eggs. I have a spatula ready on the side there, so we'll get started. I'm just going to put some medium heat. This should literally take you about 30 seconds to cook one egg over easy when it's nice and preheated like such. Like, I don't know how well you can see this here, but I'm not going to flip this until all the egg whites have cooked through from this one side. The egg whites surrounding the yolk, I want all those egg whites to be opaque. I want them to cook through. At that time, then I'll flip it, and that's how I have a perfect over easy egg. So we're just going to watch this. You're going to see how quickly it does its business, and I'm really excited to show you how well this releases food. Obviously, it's not the same as Teflon. Teflon at the beginning, it has the best nonstick in the world. The thing is, over time, if you've ever used a Teflon pan, the Teflon coating becomes less effective. Well, why? Where did the Teflon go? It went into your food. You're actually eating that stuff, right? You scrape off the Teflon coating, and eventually it gets into your belly. So it might be something you want to consider when cooking with Teflon. I mean, you see here the egg white is almost fully cooked. I'm gonna give it about 10-15 more seconds, then I'm gonna attempt to flip this, and hopefully there's no broken yolks and it cooks perfectly. So I think that's about ready, and take our spatula and I just push it right in. It's released. I'm just gonna twist it like such, and it's done. We give that about 10 seconds, and this is the perfect over easy egg. So I'm gonna grab my pan. I'm gonna grab a plate. I like to use acacia wood. It just makes food a little bit more fancy, you know, makes plating a little bit nicer. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna grab that. This egg is done. It's done, baby. Check me. Boom! Right? I'm just gonna scrape off all the excess egg whites there. And I'm gonna take some oil. I have my cooking spray in my other kitchen, so just give me 1 second while I grab it. Okay, so I just sprayed this again with a little bit more oil. I'm gonna proceed with egg number 2. I think I really am only in the mood for 2 eggs. I had these new pastries from Starbucks. I'm a bit of a Starbucks guy. I had the almond croissant, and it was lovely. I'm a big fan of almond paste. I'm just gonna wash my hand. So I don't know if you can hear it, but the microwave is no longer running. So our pork sausages are also finished. I'm gonna take those out of the oven, the microwave oven. And the beautiful thing with cooking these pork sausages in this fashion, you can see all this fat, it comes out, it renders. So this is helping me to extract some of that excess fat from the sausage before we actually put it into the frying pan. So I'm gonna set that right there, right beside. So cooking breakfast with this cast iron skillet, the eggs will be super fast, sausages will be super fast. I mean, I'm gonna make about 4 sausages and we're done. This is finished. While I'm waiting here, I might as well transfer these to a bowl. We'll just use a fork, I guess. All right, tongs. I'll just take these and transfer them out. So my egg is looking a little bit crispy, and that egg white has pretty much fully cooked through. So breakfast sausages are done. Yeah, for any boiling applications, don't hesitate to use that microwave oven. I mean, it's really a wonderful water heater. So any applications where you need boiling done, don't hesitate, especially for blanching broccoli, blanching green beans. It's a fantastic way to save yourself that one extra dish or pot that you have to use. I mean, I know people, they'll take out a full pot with the steamer and all that stuff. I mean, it's one less thing to clean. I don't like cleaning dishes, so that's it. Look at my eggs, nothing broken. So now sausages, and we're done. Breakfast is like bang bang. Let's do 4 sausages, and that's it. That's the sound of love. That's the sound of says like That's sear. That's flavor. That's flavor right in your meat, right there. Derp. So yeah, I think it's kind of boring to make you guys watch sausages brown, so I'm gonna give you guys a break. I'm gonna go pause. Maybe I'm gonna make myself some juice. Okay, so literally it's been like 30 seconds and I just turned these things, and like, I mean, it's cooking fast. So yeah, that's what the browning there is gonna look like. Huh? Yummy. Meat. Okay, so I'm just about finished with these sausages. I'm turning off the pan now. Another reason why these sausages cook so fast in the pan, I mean, literally it took me about 3-4 minutes. These things are done because we microwave them, so there's heat coming off from the sausages themselves. So when I put it on the pan, it really takes nothing. No time at all. Like, these are finished. There we go. Simple plating. There you go. Very geometric. Some squares, some circles, and then we'll make a pile of brown rice right here. I will slice some tomatoes. Okay, so these are our tomatoes. Very beautiful on the vine tomatoes here. Nice bright red. Before I'm gonna cut these, I've seen so many people cut tomatoes and they just absolutely destroy them. If your knife isn't sharp enough, you're really gonna damage them, and you're gonna really ruin the flavor of the tomatoes. Well, not ruin the flavor, but you're essentially gonna be crushing them instead of slicing them. So I don't know if you can see this here. When I cut with this bread knife or any dull knife, we don't want to be pushing down into that flesh, yeah? We don't want to be bruising the meat. We don't want to be doing this business. When I put my knife down on the tomato, I want the blade to cut it. I want it to go through. We want to be slicing through the meat, okay? We don't want all the juice to go everywhere, because as we're slicing, we're crushing these things. That's not what we want. In order to ensure that we always have a nicely honed knife, I got a sharpener like this from Walmart. This is a very basic knife sharpener with two grinders. There's one for coarse and one for fine. You pull it once on either side, maybe twice on the fine side, and you're done. Okay, very simple device, but it really ensures that you maintain the edge on your blade. I'm just gonna pull it once. I'm gonna give it good pressure, downward pressure, as I'm drawing it backwards. This is gonna ensure a nice even grind on the edge of the blade. Okay, and then twice, just to clean up that edge. This becomes super sharp. You're gonna see now as I slice it in half, okay? There's really no effort here. Like, I just drew it back, I already made a line, right? Like, there's really, like, that's how you wanna be cutting the tomato, right? I'm gonna place the knife way in advance and just draw it. Like, that's how easily you want the knife to do the work for you. You see? This is how we should be slicing tomatoes. Okay, we can see that, how nice and even. Okay, again, just no sawing and zigzagging and trying to crush. Just let the knife do the work. Okay, that's how we cut. This is technique. Okay. And where's all the juice? Where's all the juice? Still in the tomato. It's not gooping everywhere on the plate. Let's put one rack of tomatoes there. One rack of tomatoes there. We're not being too fancy. Make sure all the stuff is on the plate. I'm gonna grab my rice and we're done. Grab a fork and a spoon. You're just gonna scoop some of this rice right out. Okay. And it looks fancy on this acacia wood. I don't know. Something about eating off of wooden plates or wooden boards makes me feel like very rustic. So that's it, you know? Very simple. Brown rice, sausages, eggs, and sliced tomatoes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned. I got more videos coming for you. Again, my name is Urkaderp. See ya.